Hey there, makers! It's Nara from KnitLeaks. We're thrilled to present to you our brand new series of Yarn Over the Globe, running until September. In this series, we're introducing our team of talented writers and collaborators here at KnitLeaks in a fun and entertaining format, the Tag Challenge. To get things started, we're introducing our first writer, Mónica Moreira, all the way from Portugal. Welcome to the colorful world of Fiberverse.
Hey makers, this is Nara from KnitLeaks. Today we are here with Mónica. She's one of our writers and we are doing the tag challenge here in the YouTube. And the first question is, Mónica, welcome. Thank you very much for participating. The first question is, what's your name? Where are you from? Where do you live? How did you start knitting?
Hi, well, my name is Mónica Moreira, but I'm known in the social media by O Fio das Moiras, Instagram, YouTube. I also have a podcast in YouTube. So, Fio das Moiras. It's really a long name, but it's very personal. So, I live in Lisbon, and I started knitting like when I was 7 years, more or less, really young. I learned with my mom, and then I don't remember exactly when I started crochet, but was soon after. I was addicted immediately. I remember that I took my first knitting project, to school, and so I was in like 7 years to first year at school, and in between classes, I did a little bit so I could see to grow. It was like a scarf or something like that. Simple.
Great. Nice. It's so interesting. Second question, what's your favorite color? Do you have a specific shade or palette that you gravitate towards?
So difficult. I really love color, all kinds of colors. Well, kinds more or less, like acid colors, I don't like it, but it has to be like saturated colors, really intensive. Oh, you see my dress? I like colors. So I love to see nudes and grays, browns in other people, but I don't go in that direction, like I like to see, but I don't choose them easily. So, but I can't really say I have a favorite color, And normally what happens when I do a project, I start with green, for instance. When I finished, I want to buy the same yarn and do the same project, but in a different color, because I want to see them like a rainbow. It's really hard to tell you I have this color, that this is my favorite color. I'm Gemini. I can go from black to red and white. And all shades in between.
I can understand you, Mónica. So that's great. Third question. What's your favorite place in the world? Is there a particular location that inspires your crafting or brings you peace and relaxation?
I've noticed for along the years that the favorite places change. And it's normal. We grow up and we have different interests and feelings and needs. But I relate with countrysides and the islands. I don't know. I like the feeling of being a part of the world, So I visit 2, 3, 4 islands, and always I like that feeling of being apart and surrounded by sea. Although I never went on a cruise, and I think I would not like that sensation, be in a small boat with all the sea around, but in an island, I think it's my favorite place. And in the country, in the countryside, like I need city, but in a certain degree,
Yes,
like,
I know. Yeah. Do you have a specific island you like to go near Lisbon or in Portugal or
in
in other country?
Portugal. Yeah. we have Madeira and Açores, and I love Açores. The Açores is São Miguel. It's one of my favorites. And Iceland. Iceland is really something else, very different, and with not a lot of people, so it's really calm. The city is not big, and we can really feel the elements and the nature that is too big for us, and so we feel like overwhelmed with and small. It's really nice. It's really nice.
Great. That's great. So the next question is, what's your favorite TV series? Do you like to watch TV or listen to podcasts while you are crafting?
Well, I like to watch TV while I'm crochet, But when I'm doing the writing the pattern and the charts and everything, I can't even listen to music. I really have to be in my place. And so I love when I'm in the crochet part that I here in my sofa and I like to watch TV. I tend to watch simple TV programs, mainly crimes like Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, Miss Marple, and light, I call it soft crimes, nothing really ugly. And, it's really almost a pink murder. You see? And so I tend to go in that direction. And sometimes I like to watch the NNH Tokyo or Japan channel. It's not because it's really calm, and they talk like in a peaceful manner, in English, because I don't need to read, so I listen in English, and they're always in a very conscious way of using things, like they value the material things that they make. And I think it's really nice, that part of that culture. And the small things like making a cake, they can make a whole program about that small cake, because they really value the way they're doing it. And so sometimes it's like this, crimes and a Japanese channel.
Great. Next one. If you are not crafting, what are you doing? Do you have other hobbies or interests that you enjoy?
So in this moment in my life, my hobby became my job. So what I used to do for fun, now it's a work. So I have to be aware not to stay too many hours in the same thing, even to feed my imagination and my creativity. So, but time, I don't have much. I like, for instance, serigraphy. I don't know how to say in English, but I think it's similar in English. But there's a place where we can go here in Lisbon that we can work with paint and make serigrafia. So I enjoy it and I miss it, because it's something that I really like. I'm always around with artistic things, like painting, not so much, not now, but I would love to have time to sew, to make my own clothes. I have machines at home. I have a special place to it, but I never get the part of sitting down and do it. But I like that also. And of course, I like to take a walk, go to beach, have a nice time with friends, to balance life. But I really feel that in this moment, I have to be really careful, because what was fun now is a job. So I'm trying not to overdo it, but in the same way, I'm overdoing it.
Okay, so take care.
Yeah.
Well, the next one is, what's your favorite type of yarn and why? Are you drawn to a specific fiber, weights, or textures?
Okay. In the beginning, I started when I learned knitting and stuff. We didn't use wool. It was all acrylic. It was really the the new thing. We didn't like wool. And as I go along in my uh, crochet and knitting life, I learned to appreciate wool, and I really enjoy working with it. I like to the fingering type, with needles like 3.5. Even in crochet, I don't. Normally, people associate crochet with thick yarn and work really fast and do something fast and beautiful. I I think in a opposite way. I like thin threads or yarn, and I like to take my time in the project. And so, yeah, wool. But I'm not really picky, about the yarn, the brands. Um, I'm not always looking for new yarns. I'm always looking for colors. Yes, different colors, no doubt. So I like when a type of yarn has a lot of colors, because when I like the yarn, I can go there and I'm like, for instance, Rosa Pomar Mondin, the yarn is really simple, thin, fingering weight, and has a lot of colors. So for a long time, it was like my favorite yarn. I didn't buy anything else. So I'm not like a normal crafter that is always trying different yarns and the new thing. So I even rather work with plain colors or solid colors,
Solid colors, yeah.
Solid colors than the different colors in the same yarn, because I like to color work, in the structure of the piece, but not with the yarn. I don't know if I'm explaining well.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's clear. Next question is, which needle side do you often work with? And do you have a go needle size or switch it up depending on the project?
I try to respect the project, but I'm aware that I don't work with the same yarn that the designers work. So I have to go to my needles towards the yarn that I work. But I tend to go to 3 millimeters, 3.5. It's something that I because normally it's what the patterns that use this kind of fingering weight yarns look like, and I like them. I think they are fun. For instance, the bulky weight, they are really fun. I like to watch. I like to see in Instagram, in other people, but not in me. So I don't work with bulky yarn. So it's a fingering weight normally is what I tend to.
Great. Which yarn and project are you currently working on? Do you have any exciting whips or upcoming projects that you are looking forward to?
Okay. Now, I have a lot of works in my hands, but I can't show you.
Okay, very secretive, Monica.
Yes,
okay.
Top secret. In September, the few are coming out. So, and some only the next year, next summer. So, in this area, that is normal fashion area, we work like at least one season ahead.
Great.
So it's normal. We are working already in the winter. I finished already almost the winter season, and I've done some summer season next summer also. But I'm always working something different and new, and I can show you my swatch.
What is this?
This is crochet. It's really fun technique. It's like they have two names, interlocking crochet or intermeshing crochet.
Right.
I don't know if in Portuguese there is a word for this. Probably there is, but And we can work two faces, like in the same piece, I work a pattern here and a different pattern in
A
here.
totally different. It's
Yeah.
not like double knitting. It's totally different.
Yes. It's
Oh,
sometimes
interesting.
mind blowing
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I can't really know what I'm doing until it's coming and it's growing. So I have
Right.
to believe the instructions. But I'm really having fun with this, for me, new technique, but it's not new. Okay.
Okay.
So crochet is always very inventive, has a lot of techniques, and um, there's a lot to explore in crochet. It's really fun. So this is my pleasure job because I have paying job that I'm doing and I can show you, and this is for fun.
Okay. So, as I am understanding, this swatch is going to be a garment in the future or not? Or it's just you
I
learning a new technique?
This one, maybe a garment. I'm not going to, maybe a scarf,
Okay.
for instance, but a blanket for sure. It's a good for blanket because we have two
Yeah.
pieces, so it's really warm. But if for a garment, maybe for a jacket, a cardigan, because it's going to be really warm.
Okay.
So it's something to explore, no doubt.
Great. Beautiful.
I call it hashtag. Hashtag
Hashtag. Exactly. Exactly. Next one is, are there any new or lesser known yarn brands that you are curious about? Which brand or type of yarn would you like to try testing?
I tend to go to Portuguese yarn, uh, mainly because they are around us. Then some really respect our traditions and go to, for instance, the ships live here and they are Portuguese breeds,
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really nice to work with it. And as I was saying also, that I don't tend to go to yarns really expensive and a lot of sprinkles and everything around it. But I would like to explore more wool and silk. I like the texture, but not a brand. You see, it's not exactly a brand, more a type of
Mm-hmm.
yarn that
Mm-hmm.
I would like to explore more. I think I like the touch, but not a yarn brand that I would like to try. I really like Portuguese brands, Rosários Quatro, Rosa Pomar. It's something that I go to really easily, and then I go to a yarn shop. I always enjoy touch everything, and I'd be amazed with the new things that come, but I'm not the kind of shopper that go crazy and buy everything, and to want to try. No, um, I'm aware that I get home and then they will be in some place waiting for some project, and that is something that I don't like. It's like they take too many space, physical and in my mind,
Mentally. Mm-hmm.
like they're
Mm-hmm.
always talking. I'm here, you know.
Yes, I
So
know. Although I'm a big stasher, I understand.
okay.
So, the last one is, how does crafting make you feel and what role does it play in your life? What are
Okay.
your thoughts on crafting?
Okay. So no doubt, pleasure, leisure, time, craft, but also a place to explore creativity, to almost like empowering, um, something that we learn, we dedicate time, and we make something from a yarn and we make something with our hands, with our time, with our intentions. So this also something that I take to my personal life. And this part of showing, for instance, in Instagram, it's something that we take it for granted, but sometimes it takes some courage to show what we do, to show our mistakes, and to show our work for others to see and to value or not. And so it's something that we have to work inside, not to be strong and to show them, not to be in our world protected, with our friends. So it's something that I'm really enjoying because it's not only making stuff. So not only that, it's something more, no doubt.
Great, Monica. So thank you very much for your time, for being here. I'd like to thank you also to be a writer for KnitLeaks. Your texts are very valuable and readers love them. So thank you very much for that too. It was a pleasure to know more about you and your work. So please repeat for us your contacts in order to the public to reach you and know more about your work.
Okay, you can go to Instagram, O Fio das Moiras, or YouTube channel, O Fio das Moiras also. Ravelry, also my page where I sell my designs. And mainly it's there. My email is also O Fio das Moiras. So you can find me there.
Okay, thank you very much for your interview tag, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much for your invitation. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Be sure to turn on notifications to stay up to date on our future content. You can also follow us on Instagram and Spotify. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to catch up with you all next week. We have plenty of exciting knitting adventures and events planned, so stay tuned.